As they rolled out, different manufacturers rolled out different technologies, if you will. Back in 1995, there was an airbag date when every car had to have an airbag. 2 years ago, everything had to have blind spot monitoring. You know, when is it appropriate to do a scan on what year of car? Probably about 10 years back seems to be a logical place to really have some concerns.
This is a 2016 Lexus CT200H, H being hybrid. Looks like they may have come in contact with either another vehicle or a pole, maybe the side of a garage door. When a customer brings their vehicle in to us, we like to look around the entire vehicle just to see what type of advanced systems it has so that we know exactly how far we're going to have to go just in the estimate. Every vehicle that we work on gets a before scan and an after scan. We call them a preliminary scan and a final scan. The preliminary is done just to see what happened in the accident to the electronics. Scanning a vehicle isn't necessarily a difficult task. Computers on vehicles, they're all networked through other computers, and all of these computers talk to each other in different ways to perform different actions. A lot of vehicles have safety features for young drivers, that if their seatbelt's not on, the radio is muted. So a computer is talking to other computers just based off of a seatbelt not being plugged in, and that can affect the radio. So if we replace a seatbelt, we could have a fault code in the radio module, or vice versa. So all of these have to be checked individually to make sure each of those systems is talking to every system that it's supposed to properly. The final scan is completed because we are unhooking sensors and wires and headlights and mirrors. When plugging those back in, it all has to be read and made sure it's working properly. And on this particular vehicle, anytime the airbag sensors are disconnected, there's an initialization process that has to be done. Some vehicles, it's simple plug and play. Other vehicles require programming or, at the very least, an initialization. Advanced driver assist systems that are on the vehicles nowadays require very precise calibrations or aiming. The cameras that are up front, right in front of your rear view mirror, that's a camera reading the guidelines of the road in front of you. Each of those is reading within a specific parameter. So if you're looking way out in front of you and that is within a millimeter off, it could be quite a distance off up front. Therefore, it could be wanting to say you're in a completely different lane. Well, we don't want that, and the customer definitely doesn't want to be driving into oncoming traffic. So we definitely make sure that each of those components is aimed within its proper parameters, which could be within a millimeter. We want to make sure that the vehicle is back to its proper performance before it goes back to the customer. In doing that, we have to know way up front each of those advanced systems so that we can fix them properly.
Our culture and our mission is to make sure that we're in the know about that particular car, your car, the one that's identified on the VIN number. That's what we want to know about. That's the car that we're fixing that day.